I bought a 2015 Fiat Abarth. So if you do find my stories interesting, please subscribe and look for the notification bell so you can always be updated to all my new videos. Hello everybody, it's Mike, the Baldadonis. Boom! Hey guys, on tonight's episode, I bought a Fiat 500 Abarth. 6 weeks ago, I sold my AMG E55 to a subscriber. His name is Mike, and he is taking good care of that car. So Mike, I want to thank you very much for buying the car. I hope it serves you well. All right, so if you're new to my channel, everybody, I talk about many different topics. One is cars, absolutely. Is my channel all about cars? No, it's not. What I do talk about is health concerns that I go through and other people do as well. I talk about how I did steroids for 5 years, how I got a heart attack from it, and I gained 105 pounds from that. And I talk about all the health issues after the fact that went along steroid abuse. I talk about living with vertigo on a daily basis. I have chemical sensitivity, and that includes my love of cars, unfortunately. I will get into that as well. What else? I got conspiracy theories with Gary from the gym. Although I think season 2 is over with, it's spring and summertime, he plays golf, so he might drop in here and there. Now, Gary is a tough pill to swallow. Not too many people enjoy listening to Gary, but he does have his audience, that's for sure. He's an interesting character. I also have Crazy Christian. He talks about all kinds of stuff because he has ADD. He's out to lunch. So he gets all over the place. And then there's Dr. Peter Picoco. He was with me from the beginning. He's the one that actually got me onto YouTube. He is a chiropractor, neurologist. He does inspiration. He does motivational speaking. So you can watch some of his videos and get motivated. Yeah, I talk about all kinds of stuff. Oh, of course, me being in prison for 5 years. So I am very relatable to a lot of people. Okay, so I think that's what makes my channel unique. It's just because I and relatable to so many different people on different topics. Okay, so I sold my AMG and I've been looking for a fun little car. Now, I did own a 2013 Fiat Abarth convertible 2 years ago. It had very low miles. It had about just around 11,000 miles. And I bought it from a 65-year-old woman. Yeah, she lived in Cambridge, Mass, next to Harvard University. And I couldn't believe a 65-year-old woman is driving that car in the streets of Boston. It was pretty cool. But on the conversation with the woman, I said, listen, I have some sensitivities to VOCs, volatile organic compounds. And that's that new car smell that you smell when you open up the car door. It affects me where I get very dizzy. In my case, it's called vertigo, and I have a nasty migraine. So I told the woman, I was like, I'm going to be coming down. I'm going to be smelling your interior. And she was like, no, I understand. And I was like, okay. So I bought the car. It was a cool day 2 years ago in April. So in the test drive, I drove it for a little while with a husband, and I didn't get a headache. And I was like, all right, cool. Until later on that afternoon, her husband drove the car to my house, and I drove him back, come back home, and drove the car for a little bit. No, actually, I didn't even drive it. I was vacuuming out and cleaning up everything, and boom, instant vertigo. So I only drove the car for 200 miles, and I had to sell it. It kind of annoyed me because I wanted something fun. Now, I'm an owner of 6 Mini Coopers. I own 2 John Cooper Works. I own several BMWs. I have Mercedes. I own everything. I love anything automotive. So this spring and summer, you'll see me do a couple of car shows as well. So anyways, if you're a car person like me, even though you just bought something, you still go on the old computer and see what's for sale, because that's what we do. We're just crazy about our passion of automotive stuff. It doesn't matter if it's a car, a boat, a motorcycle, whatever the case may be. There's some kind of enthusiasm for what you love, and mine is always with cars. But with the Fiat, I thought it'd be really cool to have my logo on it for YouTube. Put my YouTube channel on there and put some cool stickers and graphics. And that's what I'm going to drive around. I want to have a fun car. Now, I was purposely looking for a Abarth with no leather seats and no sunroof. When I bought that convertible 2 years ago, I test drove a sunroof car. And for some reason, my head hit the roof. I was like literally hit the roof. Now, I don't know if the seat was broken because the person that owned it was slightly bigger person. And maybe the car was a little too small for him. And I think it might have got jammed, to be honest with you. And my head was hitting the roof. So I was like, I don't think I can get a sunroof car. So here in Boston area, there's like no Fiats at all, no Abarths. There might be like 2 or 3. Either with high miles, the wrong color, automatic, and that's about it. There's not many to choose from. So my reach was beyond Boston. I was looking New Hampshire, Maine, not Vermont, that's for sure. That's way too far. Connecticut and Rhode Island. So I went on all the forums, not the forums, I'm sorry. I went on all the sites for cars, Auto Tempest, Auto Trader, Car Guru, Craigslist, all that. And I found 2 cars. One was 2013 with about 23,000 miles on it. Leather seats. I called up the dealership, trying to negotiate, told them my issues, and I kept getting in touch with them for about 3 or 4 weeks. Again, I told the people I have to remove those seats and buy cloth seats. Now, when I was looking at this car, I reached out to my buddy Brian in Texas, engine performance. He does all high performance Abarth Fiats, and he actually has custom seats. So that was my option. They actually lower the sitting position 2 inches, and I was happy about that. I was like, cool, but for $1,200, so I had to figure in that kind of price for the purchase of the vehicle. Then I had a private salesperson, 2013, red, black leather interior, sunroof, 66,000 miles. One owner, fully documented from Fiat. He had all the service history. Only him drove the car himself, non-smoker, no kids in the car, nobody, just him. But he was way up on the book value. I had to be somewhere around $6,000 to $7,000. He was asking 10. He went down to about 8. I still, for that type of money, I had to replace the seats and the high miles. So I wasn't really digging that. But he started having this little discussion with me after he emailed me about 3 weeks after their first initial chat. He says, "Hey, Mike, you still interested in the car?" I'm like, "I am, but the price is not there. And I told you about the seats." And he said, "Well, okay." So he messaged me back and says, "Well, if you're buying a Abarth with cloth seats, that's not a real Abarth." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, no Abarth comes with cloth seats, only leather seats." So I was like, "Oh, here we go." So I had to prove him wrong, send him some pictures of cars with cloth seats, and we had a little online discussion, and I haven't heard from him since. So anyways, I had to go all the way to Connecticut. 2.5 hour ride, 2 hours and 15 minutes, and 135 miles away. I went one day. I was slow. I flew down on I think it was a Tuesday or Wednesday. Flew all the way down there in the rain. Loved the car. As soon as I saw it, I go, "Wow, this is nice." Got in the car, didn't have a headache, just a slight headache from the new car smell. Test drove it with ball tires and a nasty smell of antifreeze. So after the test drive, we talked for a few minutes, and he really didn't seem like he wanted to do anything with me. And I told him what I wanted to pay for it. And I asked him at $10,000, and he wasn't going for that. I said, "Well, I'm buying it as is. I'll fix all the stuff." But in Connecticut, they have a lemon law. They end up fixing the car. So put 2 new tires on, which don't match the rear. I don't like that. They put on cheapy Falcon tires. They fixed the antifreeze leak, supposedly. I can still smell some of it. So I come back home, wait a week, the price drops, and I get the car for, now, I want you guys, my Fiat Abarth owners out there that are watching this, put your 2 cents in. Did I get a good deal? It's a 2015, fully loaded, except for leather, sunroof, the 17-inch wheels, 27,000 miles. It has a 2-month, 6,000 mile warranty. And the only reason I went that far away to buy this car is because it had some goodies in there, from what I can see. I saw there was an intercooler right behind the little grill. I saw that had a shifter in it, a shift knob. I saw that it had lowered suspension. And that's all I can see through the pictures until I went down there. And I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? So, okay, I paid out the door, all said and done, $11,500. Now, here's the list of the goodies. All right, before I even get to the list of goodies, we made the deal. I went to the bank. I went to DCU, got my check. That was last Wednesday. Today's Sunday. I picked up the car yesterday, Saturday afternoon. I called up my friend, Crazy Christian, CC. He's gonna drive me down there, so I wait for him to come to the house. And he has OCD. He doesn't shut the hell up. And he drives like a maniac, like this. I'm like, what are you doing? At 115 miles an hour at sometimes, I'm holding on for dear life, and he's cutting people off, up people's asses, just making it in. I'm like, what are you doing? I had a slight heart attack on the ride down there. I had to yell at him several times to slow down. That's why he's crazy. And I had to get my ride, so he was the person I chose to give me a ride, and I probably won't do that again. Okay, so I went down, picked up the car. It was a beautiful day yesterday. Finally, 6 weeks of rain. Yesterday was a gorgeous day for a nice ride. Of course, there's no gas in it. I drive over to the gas station. I pull up next side of a beautiful, I think it's a 62 or a 64 Triumph. Got a bunch of pictures, talked to the owner and his son, I believe. And for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, I don't know, maybe it was 10 minutes, we were having some nice conversations about both cars. So that was nice. Now, I told Christian, I'll follow you home. He takes us on the highway, goes the wrong way. 15 miles away, down the wrong road, we had to turn around. Go back towards Boston. I'm like, come on, dude. So anyways, this is where things get interesting. As I'm driving, cruising, having fun. Now, I don't know the car. I'm just trying to get used to it, right? All of a sudden, I get a check engine light 15 miles before I get home. I'm like, come on, dude, right? A check engine light? Now, as I'm driving, sometimes I can smell this weird burning smell. And I thought it was from the cars in front of me. Like an old car, I can smell the raw gas or that shitty exhaust system. And I was like, oh man, I'm getting a headache. I can smell, all these cars. So it didn't make sense to me at first until I got home. I can start smelling that coming through my car. So, hold on. So, when I get home, now I'm kind of pissed off, right? I get a check engine light. Now, this car was a one-owner car. He put 15,000 miles on it the first 3 years, moved to Massachusetts from Connecticut, and then put 11,000 miles in 6 months. So the car has 27,000 miles right now. And he did a bunch of work. Now, this is where things are very, very good in my favor. All right, so on inspection of looking at the car, I found out it had a turbo blanket, a blow-off valve, intake solution, air intake from Euro Pulsation, is that it? An intake solution, air intake, an ATM intercooler, a catless. I'm not sure if it's catless, and this is where the smell may be coming from. I'm not sure if it's a catless downpipe or a high flow downpipe. And it has a really nice exhaust system on there too. What else do we have? It has an oil catch can. It has lowered springs. It has front Coney shocks, rear Coney shocks, a rear torsion brace bar. It has a Craven speed shift knob. It has the go pedal. It has a strut top mounts. Front rotors and pads, which the rotors are cross drilled and slotted. Has the custom mud flaps. It has the vertical cross braces. And all that, I went online at a cost of about $3,900 just for these parts. Now the exhaust system, I don't even know how much that costs because I'm not sure exactly which one he has. And I want to ask my fellow Abarth owners about the go pedal. I just got the car yesterday, and when I was driving on the highway, I might have hit a button, and that's when I think the smell came, and a check engine light came on. I couldn't believe it. So would that do a check engine light? Or you think it's the converter? What do you guys think? Okay, so I really love the color. I think it's a great looking car. I fit in there. It has the heated seats. The only thing that it's that funky go pedal. I was playing around. It was jerking. It would drive nice. It would accelerate nice, and then it would start jerking. So I don't understand the go pedal. Is it even worth having? I want you guys to let me know. Did I get a good deal at $11,500? Anybody? 2015. Fully loaded except for the leather. All the parts without the labor. Those are just how much the parts cost without the labor. Now, I would have bought in the same car and did pretty much all that work. So I just saved myself $4,000. Is it worth it? I think so. The only thing that the car's missing is a tune. And I'm not sure if he actually had a tune, but he did so much work to it. Why didn't he have a tune? Is it because there's still a factory warranty? He didn't put a tune on it? Or maybe he just took the tune out, or maybe somebody stole it from the auction or from the dealership. Who knows? I don't know. But I just think it's weird that there's no tune on it with all that stuff that's on there. Yeah, so what do you guys think? I am going to be doing my YouTube logos on the car. I'm going to put the little Baldadonis on there. I'm going to tint out the windows, and eventually I will buy the chip. But I am concerned about the check engine light. Oh, so the check engine light, what was it? Turbocharge underboost. And then it says DTC severity 2 of 3. Repair immediately if drivability issues. Now, my friend had the scanner. It's not my scanner, but it does say 1 of 3 stored. Now, I'm not sure if that is mine. It's thrown off a P0299. If anybody out there knows what I'm dealing with here, please let me know. And as this week progresses, I will get underneath that car because I don't have a jack lift. I can talk. I do not have a jack to lift the car to see what's exactly under there. So I'm reaching my arm with the camera, trying to film what's underneath there. So I don't know the name of the exhaust. I don't know the name of the downpipe. That's where I wish the owner had all the receipts. But I do have the stock suspension he put in with the car and the stock intake. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and the downpipe. So I have the stock downpipe, the stock suspension, and the intake. So look for more adventures with me. It's spring and summer's coming, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff with the car. Unfortunately, not anything with the parts, but me going places and filming all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with the car, I hope, and watch my videos. I'm gonna be having some cool videos coming up. And until then, everybody, Baldadonis out.